So this was a graduation ceremony. I guess like the end of the graduation, people are getting their diplomas. This woman really had an outburst. And there were mixed emotions on this about how people felt about it. I'm definitely going to share my opinion on it and give some correction on the matter because I, for one, thought that I guess you could give maybe a little bit of justification of what happened. But nah, this still needs to be corrected. This woman got interrupted, so to speak. You're getting ready to see it on this clip. I'm going to show it to you in just a sec. This woman obviously doesn't get her time to shine at her graduation ceremony because of the supervision that was there. The lady that was there must have been a teacher, a principal, what have you. It's not really specific, but it's one of those people. Apparently, that lady maybe didn't give her time, and she threw a tantrum in the middle of the entire graduation ceremony. Let's check this out. Let's talk about it after.
Let go. Let go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Khadijata Diallo, and I'm graduating today. I don't like how you snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me.
Drop the mic. Congratulations, girl.
So, when this video came out, what was interesting to me was that there was a white gentleman who responded on this and pretty much called it out and talking about how this is just uncalled for, it's unacceptable, and it's just terrible behavior. Now, he got bashed in return because people were giving him racial slurs saying that he was being racist. Now, I'm going to be the black gentleman who speaks up on it. It's not a race thing. This has nothing to do with color of skin, any demographic you have. It has nothing to do with that. But it has everything to do with the fact that I believe that no one really was given the long segment that she was given with a mic yelling and screaming through it. I've never really seen anyone besides the valedictorian be given a mic the opportunity to speak that much during a graduation. But this is unacceptable behavior because there is rules, bro. There is order to things, and there is a way that things must be carried out. And if you're outside of that, there are people who have been put in place to correct, to help you out, to tell you, hey, you're going a little too far left, get back over here to the right. Whatever the case may be, man. But I think that this is only behavior that is taught at home. And I think that that's why people feel so comfortable to do it outside of the home. Because at the end of that, yeah, the lady seemed like she was distraught after she had to go and pick up the mic and check to see that if it was even still working. We'll run it back again. But at the end of that, you hear people celebrating the fact that she dropped the mic and the fact that she was actually wrestling with this woman, tugging and pulling with this elderly woman at a graduation ceremony. I mean, there's just so many things to point out here, and there's just so many things that just shocked me. But let's run this back and pay attention right here at the beginning specifically of how she's really yanking and pulling and tugging at this elderly woman just to get the mic out of her hand to prove a point that I don't even think needs to be proven. Let's get into this.
Let go. Let go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Khadijata Diallo, and I'm graduating today. I don't like how you snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me.
Drop the mic. Congratulations, girl.
Yeah, all that stuff in the background celebrating that's terrible behavior. That was actually kind of a little bit of assaulting, to yank and pull that lady in the way that she was yanking and pulling her. And she had the audacity to say, well, I didn't like the way that you smashed the mic. Well, maybe she didn't also like the way that you were yanking and tussing and pulling her around. Now, I'm not going to give anyone the benefit of the doubt here because there could have been some wrong on the other lady's part that wasn't really broadcasted here. So we'll leave room for that. But in general, going back to where it led to and how it was celebrated for her to behave such a way in public, which I think is pretty disgusting. But to just point out the fact that in a situation like that, if someone does do something to you that you do not enjoy or that you do not care for, there's a simple way to go about it. And what she did here is not an example of what I mean when I say there's a simple way to go about it. A simple, hey, ma'am, if you don't mind, I'm not enjoying what you're doing here, and let them know that they're doing something to you that you do not enjoy. But to take that mic, I think that she could have had a lot more power in this situation had she not made a fool of herself by thinking that, yeah, well, this day is going to be all about me. Well, yeah, it is going to be all about you. But unfortunately, as a lot of people were saying after this came out, and a lot of reports and other little side comments that were coming out when I was researching this video, that yeah, it's not a good look because you're at a graduation here of a video that happened to go viral, and you have people that you are going to potentially apply to work at. You have jobs and businesses that you're going to want to work at, possibly colleges. Hopefully she wasn't already accepted into one. Maybe, who knows? I don't know if this was a high school graduation, if it's college graduation, whatever the case may be, but you have jobs that you're going to apply to that you would hope, I believe, that they don't see this, because that I wouldn't want to hire somebody. I wouldn't want to hire someone like that, someone who has outbursts like that, someone when they just are met with one moment in their life where they disagree with something or they did not enjoy something. I firmly do not think that that is the way to respond. I don't. And like I said, the problem with it is that a lot of this stuff is taught at home. A lot of this stuff is encouraged. A lot of these behaviors are being taught, and they're still being taught to our younger generation, our kids coming up, parents who have become parents and they really weren't ready to become parents. So they're instilling things into their children that when they grow up, this is what they turn into. They turn into people where it's like they're rude. They don't really have common manners for people in public. They don't know how to carry themselves, with class. They don't know how to carry themselves in Christ. Christ was persecuted in so many different ways, man, just so that way you and I could freely just roam this world, and with the protection that we have, we can just have freedom to just roam the world and enjoy everything that we're doing here. Christ suffered and he went through so much persecution for that. And you mean to tell me, like, in a situation like this, because this young lady wasn't able to give her speech or really share her moment, that's how she responds? It's like, man, when you think about it, you think about the things that Christ went through, on the cross. You think about the things that he went through for you and I. If he would have just gotten mad at any point of it and just went off and said, you know what, this is going to be about me now. I don't like the way that you were stabbing me. I don't like the way you were spitting on me. I don't like the way you're talking to me. I don't like the way you keep hitting me and whipping me and lashing me. This is going to be about me now. I'm getting off of this. I'm coming down. Man, we'd have a whole different reality. So with that knowledge and with that understanding, for me at least, man, and I'm hoping that other people can see this too, with that understanding, you would think that we would try harder. Not saying that it's easy, not saying that there isn't room for stuff like this to happen, because I know there's times in life, man, where you can get frustrated. People can get so frustrated to the point where we might get a little bit out of character. Nobody's perfect, man. That's not what I'm talking about. But we can get to a point, I truly believe, where we can try just a little bit harder, to try and mirror exactly what Christ would do, even in some of the most toughest times. Just try the best we can, man, to be like Christ, because that's all we can do, man. That's all we can do. We're not perfect, man. Everybody's not going to be perfect. We're not all going to be perfect. Perfectionism isn't the goal. Christ is the only perfect one. Looking to him, getting to him, trying to figure out how we can be better day in and day out, what we can get rid of, how we can, become more like him, whether it is how we treat others, how we talk to others, how we respond in certain situations like this video we just watched here. All of that stuff, man, that's what matters. So praying for the people out there, man, praying for everybody. Like I said, we're not all perfect, man. It's not about being perfect, but just being open to be able to see where we may be wrong, being able to be open to talk about it so we can learn fix it, and move on, man. That's as simple as it is. But that's all I got for you guys on this one, man. I appreciate you guys staying this long if you have. To the next one, guys. I'm out.